Hi, my name is Sean Bustamante, and today I'll be discussing sports and why playing sports as a kid is beneficial to them. The points I'm going to be making today is playing sports as a kid provides them with a healthier body, gives them greater social skills, and helps them for a better future for their career. Today during my speech, when I refer to kids, please assume that I'm talking about all age groups between the ages of 5 to 17, so that's like teenagers and like all those different groups. Okay, kids should play sports during their youth because it leads to a healthier lifestyle compared to those who do not play sports. According to fitness.gov, only about 1 in every 3 kids is physically active every day. Additionally, they state children now spend more than 7.5 hours a day on a screen, whether it's like an iPad, iPhone, TV, computer, or video games. This inactive lifestyle will make those children more likely to become obese, and another statistic from fitness.gov says that between 2009 and 2010, about 12.5 million children were obese. Also predicting that by 2030, that half of all adults in the US will become obese, which was around 115 million people. Those who are obese are more likely to have health problems such as high blood pressure, a stroke, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. The CDC believes that the recommended amount of exercise a kid should have in a day is 1 hour at least. According to Dr. Marianne Engel of the NYU Langone Medical Center, sports helps physical development by building muscle, bones, and improves reflexes, attention, focus, and reduces the likelihood of obesity and stress. Additionally, Dr. Engel believes sports help psychologically for kids by having higher self-esteem, reduces depression, and reduces the likelihood of being involved in risky behaviors such as drugs and crimes and other activities such as that. By playing sports, kids are more likely to gain better social skills to help them succeed in the future. By participating in sports, kids will gain future skills such as team building skills and leadership skills. Team building skills include things like organization, communication, and time management. They're very important for a kid to learn at a young age so they can develop those skills in the future, because you don't know when a situation will arise, whether it's in the form of a group project or in their career, that they will need those skills. A study given out to middle school children by the University of Michigan to see how physical activity correlates with leadership found that middle school children who at least were active 20 minutes in the day had higher leadership skills and empathy scores on the test. But then furthermore, they stated that if they were to exercise 30 minutes or more and participate in a team sport, that their leadership skills and scores and their empathy scores were much higher than those who were physically active 10 minutes less than them. This study clearly shows that more sports-based activities lead to a positive correlation between exercise and having leadership skills while having a strong sense of empathy. Gaining social skills from sports is likely to help kids in their future careers. According to Forbes, a Forbes top 10 list is titled "The 10 Skills Employers Most Want in 20-something Employees." The number 1 skill listed was ability to work in a team. The best place for young adults to learn about being a team is through sports as a kid and all the team building skills it provides. Additionally, another skill listed in the top 10 list was ability to communicate verbally and with people inside and outside of organization. Again, this is a skill that can be gained from playing in sports. Also, a survey given to 400 women in a leadership role by Ernest Young resulted in 94% of women saying they participated in, when I say leadership, it's like a mid-tier manager or an executive at a company. And 94% of them said that they participated in a sport during their youth, 74% of them believing that participation helped their career and their leadership skills, and then 61% believing that sports helped attain their success in their careers where they are currently. I hope this speech sheds light on the importance of sports for kids. Thank you for your time.
All right, Sean, as a couple of other people have done, you turn your proposition into a question and then make it, and the way you describe it, it becomes expositor. I'm going to talk to you today about why playing sports has this particular benefit. That's not the way you want to say it. You want to make the claim as a declarative statement. Playing sports has this particular benefit. Get rid of the questioning part at the beginning. Makes you sound wishy-washy. You're taking a point of view, you're drawing a line in the sand, take a position. That's fine. That's what you need to do. I think that there's probably not much dispute on the first point. It's almost begging the question to say, participation in a sports activity is going to improve your physical health. Duh. I don't think there's any controversy on that point. The more controversial parts of your argument are the things that concern the benefits of leadership and social skills. The leadership thing, I thought that you had some good information on. You had one study that you cited that found a pretty good correlation, and the more time people were involved in that, the greater they were perceived as having these leadership skills. And then the self-reported data from the women who are in those executive positions, I think that also helps on that particular issue. The stuff on the social skills, I think, is mostly asserted here, and I think it's kind of a presupposition that, well, because you were on a team, you must have therefore had those particular kinds of skills. There might be some questions about whether other places would provide those skills as effectively. I would imagine, for instance, that when it comes to communication skills or even leadership skills, that there might be other activities that people could engage in, especially as young people, where they would be saying, well, I'm learning those kinds of things, I'm just learning them in a different mode. And by comparison, I don't know, you're some team leader on some video game troop, something like that, and that might be a potential place that somebody could respond to that particular argument. So what's unique about the actual physical activities, those sorts of things? It sounds very generic at this point. Yeah, like I said, I thought the one point that you had was pretty solid, but there were a couple of other things that would have filled in a little bit more effectively. And then, like I said, the only other issue that I had was I thought that you started off with a pretty clear preview about where you were going, and I knew what your main points were going to be, but after you got past that first point, everything sort of ran together. I could tell when you were talking about the leadership issue, I never really heard anything distinct about the social skills issue, and that's mostly because the internal signposting was not as consistent as the preview was. All right, thank you.